Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, and it plays some of the games immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this big red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Akron Zips, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Cornhuskers offense will start this game off. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
On the option. Quick toss. At the 45 on its way. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Yeah, and that's not the start you wanted if you're on this defense. Like, you lost last week, looking to bounce back. One thing you can't do, man, give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense has to hunker in, dial in a little bit. Last week was a struggle. Let's get back on track.
And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the fullback. Just plowing ahead. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Big fullback's got it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. This is the 7th play of the drive as they come to the line on 3rd and goal. They'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
How about that way to start a game? They didn't even attempt to throw. They just ran it meticulously down the field, and that guy caps off a beautiful start to this game with a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Akron Zips offense will try to get something going with their first possession. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air, it's Finley. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He's looking for a man on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Zips in the hurry up. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On third down, he drops to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
The Cornhuskers have it in scoring position on first and goal. The give to the fullback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Husker!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. A lot of we ares inside that stadium today. Penn State is running away with things, and that offense looks unstoppable. They're up 14 over the Royals. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking to throw, it's Finley. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Zips will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The option look. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Off the play fake. They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
The Huskers line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt is blocked. And the returner will be brought down. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this.
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Second down coming up. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's called it.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Golden. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Wants to fire on second down. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. This time they'll go to the running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll run the option. Still running at the 40. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. He'll try it again. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the Huskers have a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Leaves it with the running back. On the move at the 30. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. Now the toss. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. On first down, here comes this offense. Running back searching for a hole. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, and he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So a drive there of 82 yards. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3, but get a touchdown. The freshman able to get home with the sack. It's as if this guy has morphed into Ndamukong Suh. He's dominating right now.
Man, Ndamukong Suh, one of the best players I've ever seen live. Just unbelievable. And this guy, if you're mentioned with Ndamukong Suh, you're having yourself a day. Getting a couple sacks, getting in the backfield, being that dominating presence.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Touchdown, Nebraska! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wisconsin is currently trailing, but if this young star powers a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Allen Amici and Ron Dane among the greats to play in Madison. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Middle Tennessee. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Feeling some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You talk about changing the game. The offense better know where he is on every single play. You talk about putting your fingerprints all over the game. The last 2 weeks, 3 sacks last week, his third today. That is a season for some people.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Finley. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Zips will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. To the ground with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The back goes in motion. Goes to the option. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Huskers have this offense rolling. Give to the big fullback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give to the fullback. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll run the option. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Scanning the field, it's Finley. Pocket starts to collapse. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
The Zips send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Inside the 45. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll go to the ground. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Right back to the well. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. A 3rd down try for the offense. Here's the handoff. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first in the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Zips will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Now on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And the returner goes down. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very interesting first 2 quarters in Lincoln. And it'd be easy to say these 2 offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Finley. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
The Zips decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The give to the tailback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Here comes the option. He'll keep it himself. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. On the option. Now the pitch. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the option. The pitch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Cornhuskers. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Huskers! And the punishment has been extended.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTEP is down right now inside the Sun Bowl, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in El Paso. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to the Astronauts.
Back to throw, it's Finley. He hurls one deep down the left side.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Williams. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Good enough for a 1st down. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Brings up 2nd down. Here's the give off the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
And the Zips will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He gets a block. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The option look. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now on second down. On the option. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. The give to the big fullback. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Give to the running back. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The give to the back. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Play number 7 on this drive, and it'll be 3rd and 2. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The offense with a big opportunity in the red zone. They'll try the run. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Handoff to the fullback. The Huskers pick up the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 1st and goal, Nebraska. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. 51, Akron, 3. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Finley. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the catch. It's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Zips will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. This offense has a second down play. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Bulldozes his way through. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Now on second down. They go to the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. They'll run the option.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Big first down sack for the defense, brings up second down. Looking for a man, it's Fenley. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Coming at him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and a burst disaster by falling on his own fumble.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And they'll take a knee. Line getting set on 2nd down. The give to the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Fair catch, called for and made. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Dahmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Looking to throw, it's Finley. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll try to get the first through the air. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Nebraska!
You didn't think it could any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Western Kentucky. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Trying to pick up 7 here on second down from the 20. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Leaves it with the running back. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Huskers! And the pummeling has started.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Howard. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can can move the chains here. Maybe they can get this drive started. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. And the Zips will call on their punt team. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. They'll line up for a second down play. Running back searching for a hole. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Grabbed in the middle. It's Golden. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense gets set for second down. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. They'll throw it on first down. It's caught. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's perfect. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Allen. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Line gets set, first down. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.